Good afternoon. I'm not going to be before you long. I was just thinking on today on the subject of what happens when you do the right thing and it seems like the wrong thing happens. It seems like you answered the call to do the thing that was righteous, to do what was right, and it just seems like all hell is broken out. I just want to encourage you on today that no matter what it looks like, I don't care what's going on your job, I don't care what's going on in your home, when it seems like people that seem to do evil, it seems like they're prospering, just continue to do the right thing. It was just something that I thought about today, excuse me, excuse me, that I thought about today thinking about love. I'm always thinking about love. I'm a romantic at heart, and I was thinking about how God is love and how I was in a relationship for 4 years, and this guy adored me. He was in love with me. I was in love with him. And he did everything for me, absolutely everything. When it was time to pay bills, he would say, hey, bring your bills, put them on the table. Here are your bills. Here's my bills. Let's pay them all. And if he bought a loaf of bread, there was a loaf of bread with my name on it. And this person was so kind to me and so loving. And it's not that I didn't feel like I appreciated that or that I was beneath that. I believe that I deserve that because when you give love, you want to receive love. When you care for someone, you want to know that you're being cared for back. The great thing about being loved is to love and to be loved, to be a recipient of love. And so I had, like I said, I had dated this person for like 4 years. Very kind. At this time, it was just my Jalen in the home with me, and he inspired Jalen to continue in his music. This person was a musician, and he was captivated by the gifts and talents that my son had, and he was willing to motivate him to go forward in his gifting and his calling. And I really appreciated that. The thing is that although we loved each other and we were in a relationship, I knew via a vision before I moved to Nashville, before I met this person, that this was temporary, that this was not the person that I was to marry. I had a vision of him, and we had lived like really close to each other and actually ended up living down the street from one another. We had worked together, and then I moved from Murfreesboro Road and actually moved to Hermitage right down the street. So that vision had came to pass, and I knew this person, and I knew that this person was kind. I knew this person was established. But God in that still let me know that this is not the person for you. Because in the vision, the Lord said, go home to your husband. So I knew all the time, no matter how much I loved him, no matter how much he did for me and how much we cared for one another, I knew that God knew the end before the beginning. And the fact that he said, go back to your husband, that stayed in my mind for those 4 years, that I'm crazy about you, and I love the way you love me, but I know that when it's time for me to be married, it's not you. So, this person had moved away for 2 years and still was loving and kind, and paid all of the bills, purchased me, gave me money for my second car, even though he had bought the first car. And I'm just showering with gifts and love and making sure that I was okay, and making sure that during those 2 years where he was gone, that I kept a roof over my head and my son's head, and that I had food to eat, a car to drive, and that I was healthy. That is what love looks like. If you're with someone that doesn't care if you are okay, that you have a roof over your head, that you're happy mentally, physically, making sure that you're good all the way around, that is not love. God wants us to experience unselfish love, a love that is purified, a love that it goes beyond distance. And I would ask, I said, why are you doing these things and you're all the way across the country and you're still taking care of me? And he said, it's because this is what God wants me to do. God will send you an angel to help you through difficult times. God will send you an angel that will be on assignment to make sure that you are okay. They don't have to be in the same state. They don't have to be in the same room. God will send you an angel that will provide for you, take care of you, and are on assignment, even when you don't choose them. I married someone else, fell onto hard times again. Here's this person, paid for me to move into an apartment, gave me money for my car again. And I'm thinking, why are you doing this? And it just showed me what love is, that love is distant free. If you are on an assignment, if God has placed someone in your life to be a blessing to you, they're going to be on assignment until God takes them off, until God says, your work here is done. I thank God for every angel that he has sent into my life. I thank God for my twin sister. She's an angel and she's an example of love. I remember when I was going through and I was in a domestic relationship, and somehow my angel would show up 5 o'clock in the morning. She was in the military. Who knew that she was deployed, that she was coming to Flint, Michigan? In the middle of the night, I'm crying. I'm saying, God, I'm tired. I'm tired of this relationship. I'm tired of feeling the way that I feel. Lo and behold, there's a knock at the door. And it's my twin sister, all the way from the military. That is my angel. Keep doing what God has you to do, what God has for you to do. It might seem hard. It might seem like you made the wrong decision, but I guarantee you that payday is coming. It will pay off. I have another story that just entered my mind. I remember working at this certain place, and I would sit there, and it was just like, Joyce thinks she's all of that. I can't stand her. Supervisors standing around. I'm like, do y'all hear this? Oh, I don't like her. She get on my nerves. She thinks she princess. All these things that they would say about me. And I'm just looking like, wow, okay, tell me how you really feel. And I remember when I got that phone call for that job, I had worked there one day. I said, I'm not working there. It's like a freezer. It is freezing in there. But something quickened my spirit and said, go back. I called the lady back. I said, I'm sorry. I know I just turned that job down, but you know what? I need a job and I'm going to go ahead and go anyway. Long story short, I went through on that job. They talked about me. They could not stand me. They were boisterous with their concerned about not liking me. And I'm just like, wow, I went to work every day, every day. Long story short, I was on my way to work on January 18th, 2018. And I was taking my youngest to daycare. I had to pass my job and go around the corner and go down Nolensville Road. So as I was getting ready I was passing my job and I was getting ready, right before I got to the corner, one of our trucks came out and I'm laying on my horn. I'm saying, hey, stop. You're not going to make it. Stop. The man was just determined. He had a full load and he refused to stop. Long story short, he sideswiped the side of my car. My car was under the semi. He had hit us and he hit us so hard. I could just still hear that in my ear where the windows blew out and I had my two babies in the back seat and we were kind of edged under there. And I'm like, oh my God. And I jumped out and I grabbed my babies out, that mommy adrenaline. I'm like, I watch too much TV. I'm like, okay, this might blow up. So let me get my babies out of here. So I jumped out, pulled my kids out and went right. God is so good. He had that thing set up. It was so strategic and took my babies into the office and they were like, oh, you okay? You okay? And they was right there with my babies. I called my husband and I'm like, we're right. I'm right at the job. We just got hit, sideswiped by one of our trucks, one of our semi trucks. They asked us if we wanted to go to the hospital. It's like, no, I didn't feel it. Myself, I got up, went to work the next day, and I was like stiff. It didn't hit me. The impact did not hit me until the next day. So I went to the hospital. They said, you have a herniated disc in your neck and in your back. And I was like, wow. So long story short, I ended up getting over $100,000 for that accident. And I did not want to go back to that job. I was like, no, it's cold in there. And going through that and then the people mistreating me. It seemed like I was doing what was right. I was just going to work. And, all of that extra, I didn't ask for that. But God was trying to get something to me. Go through it. Like the message on Sunday, it said, you are anointed to go through this. I was anointed to go through that car wreck. I was anointed to go through homelessness, abuse. I was anointed to go through it. Being in a relationship where there's no love and it's amazing. I am anointed to go through this. God will bring you out when it seems like doing good is not paying off. Hold on. Wait just a little bit longer. I know that you're taking care of those children by yourself. I know that you're trying to balance work, school, home, church, all of those things. But don't give up. Payday will come after a while. God has assigned an angel to come and see about you. If you're hungry, he will send a bird to feed you. I'm just saying that God will make a way out of no way. He will send what you need.